Hello and welcome to the studio on a Friday where I give you some tips. Now you may be interested in how you can recover paintbrushes. I'll show you very quickly after the introduction.
So grab your brush, have a great time, and don't forget to click subscribe. Visit clive5art.co.uk.
So thank you very much for joining me in the studio. Some of you might have seen this tip before, some of you haven't. I've been asked a lot of questions. Clive, how can I recover my brushes if they've gone hard? And as you can see, that is really hard because I haven't spent the time in actually cleaning my brush correctly. And the way you clean your brush correctly is after every single use. You get your brush, you wash it out in some water, you get some baby soap, some face soap, anything like that, because it's got a moisturizer in it. You wash that out, you find some clean water-ish. My water's not that clean because I've just finished the painting, but you make sure that all the paint is out of there, especially down there, which is called the ferrule. That area there is the ferrule, so we've got to be very careful with that. Now, but once these brushes, if you've left paint in them for too long, they get a bit hard. Now the way I found, the best way I found to recover these brushes is use this stuff. This is nail varnish remover. There you go, nail varnish remover, very cheap and inexpensive, and I put that in a pot. There's a pot within a pot. I put a pot in a pot to keep my brushes from knocking it over and tipping it everywhere. So these brushes have been soaking quite a while. As you can see, they've been all nice and soft now. Now you can only do this a few times, several times before they start to splay and get all nasty. But if you've left them get to this stage, then I think you'd be grateful just to have a brush back. So you need to just be very careful after they've soaked, just to release some of this paint, this gunky paint. Don't push too hard like that because you're going to splay. You can still feel hardness there. So you need to be very, very careful. My advice to you is wash your brushes really well after each use, and you won't get to this situation. But this is a way to recover your brushes. So soak them. Don't go above that point there. Don't go above that point there with the nail varnish remover, because you're going to loosen the glue and it's going to break and all your paint is going to come off. So you just need to do the tips, or just up to that point there. You just need enough stuff, and you can see how that's discoloured with the paint that's been in the brushes. And what I do with these then, again, very, very simple, same process. I wash the brushes really, really well in there to get that nail varnish remover off, and I try to reshape them. There we go. Try to reshape them. Make sure they're really clean. Try to reshape them, and hopefully you'll have enough use out of these. That's kept its shape pretty well, so that can go back in my pot. This one I know I've been using for doing trees and leaves and things like that, so it is a little bit splayed. So don't chuck your brushes away. Don't chuck your brushes away. So you could see that's a short flat, and it's a little bit more, there's a little bit of gunk coming out of there. It's a little bit puffier then. It's you can still feel the thickness of paint in there. And I don't want to go too hard with the palette knife to try and get that out. So what I would rather do is just wash that brush like that, and I'll know then that if that's a little bit splayed, then I can use it for trees and things like that. That's the idea. And again with this one, you can see that's a nice brush. That's kept its shape quite well. So if you act pretty quick, you should be able to recover your brushes well enough with this method. And I hope that tip has helped, and you'll be able to save some of your brushes. If the handle comes off, get some PVA glue or school glue and push them back on, let it set, and you'll be fine. What you don't want is the nail varnish remover to go below that point to loosen the glue in there, and that glue is going to make your bristles fall out. So that's not what you want. But that's another nice brush that can go back in the pot. I managed to save quite a few. So thank you very much for joining me in the studio. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and send me some comments, please do, and I'll see you on the next tip. Bye bye.